Welcome to the Scavecgraph platform, your solution to publishing, storing and distributing SVG to devices connected to the Internet. Want to publish up to 40,000 virtual SVG compositions, import SVG, convert images to SVG, and configure multiple instances to append backgrounds, articles and apply animations and effects to visual elements per instance. Want to interlink instances by drag and drop on visual elements to provide a graphic navigation mechanism. Want a styled, color and theme Portal container embeddable into hosting websites or apps and facilitating navigation and viewing zoom-enabled imagery while auto-scaling, caching and layout reorientation on device rotation. Want an expandable hierarchy of rich text articles that direct and elaborate on the imagery? Look no further, our platform specializes in services and utilities for publishing, storing and distributing dynamic SVG, easily maintained through a UI without programming or ad hoc processes. Virtual SVG is generated when unformatted visual elements descriptors stored inside a repository database are merged and configured into SVG. Then JavaScript is dynamically generated to facilitate visual effects and animations. The 5 dynamic elements of backgrounds, links, articles, effects and animations are added to instances of pre-existing SVG compositions. This dynamic behavior is unique to the Scavecgraph SVG platform and is impossible through conventional use of SVG files. For purposes of a practical demonstration on what the Scavecgraph SVG platform has to offer, we have illustrations of the architecture and functionality of the system components and concepts, which use the platform's proprietary delivery mechanisms of portlets, channels and portals exposing SVG content to devices. Likewise, SVG imagery of your domain's concepts and constructs will utilize the same delivery mechanisms to embed your content in websites and apps with configurable layouts. The configurable aesthetics can also then complement the brand, graphic identity, of the hosting container's coloring and style. This effective methodology so satisfies all requirements of syndicating your SVG content. Entry points of portlets and channels facilitate graphic aspects of the delivery mechanisms, whereas portals facilitate hierarchical rich text perspectives that direct and elaborate on the imagery in SVG channels. As SVG graphic element descriptors in SVG repositories are not tangled in a format like XML in SVG files, it is highly manipulable as demonstrated by the flexible delivery mechanisms, accommodating all devices to present SVG content in the appropriate formats. This means you can concentrate your efforts on creating attractive SVG content, and let the platform take care of the complicated delivery mechanisms. To ensure that your SVG content is only viewable by an intended audience through approved affiliated websites, each website must be registered with the repository or else it is automatically blocked and redirected.